guys, how are you today? So I know y'all thinking like, oh, she forgot. Being honest, I did forget a little bit because I kind of been busy all day. Had to do some things with my son and work. So with that being said, I am excited to jump on. I'm not going to be on too long. But if you have questions, please do not hesitate to put your questions below. If you're on here, please don't hesitate to jump on and ask questions. So today on this amazing Wednesday, hump day, we're going to talk about date or not date. So this is a big thing for us because soon as we get our diagnosis, the first thing we're thinking is, number one, everybody in the world gonna think I'm nasty and who am I gonna tell, and I'm alone. And the next thing is, oh my God, my dating life is over. Me having kids is out the window. Me finding a mate or getting married is out of the window. And that is not true. It is not true. As many as y'all know, I am married. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm coming out of marriage, but at the end of the day, I am married at this moment, and I have been married for 3 years. I was with my husband a total of 6 years with the 3 years, so together, all in all, we was together for 3 years, married for 3, okay? Not even married for 3. Feels like something like that. Why haven't you done what you're supposed to do? You weren't about the wrong thing. First of all, you weren't about the wrong thing. That's not what this video is about. You weren't about the wrong thing. Okay? You weren't about the wrong thing. And if you watched my last video, I already stated to everybody that I was going to go and do the quote unquote try the herbs and things for everybody to get the real honest truth about a cure or no cure. As y'all know, my focus is not a cure. My focus is your mental state and your emotional state. At the end of the day, a lot of you guys are not even having outbreaks at all. A lot of y'all's, that's fine. You can believe that. Are you on this side of the fence, and do you have a cure? If you have it, please let me know after you cured yourself. Because at the end of the day, until I know for a fact that's the case, I'm not going to sit here and do that. So with that being said, like I was saying, I'm going to give all of that a try for you guys, because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys want to know, and a lot of people like this guy here is saying it's a cure, but my whole thing is, if he doesn't have herpes and he never been cured from herpes, then you're just talking and you don't know for sure it's a cure until you have proof. Like if somebody tell me they got cured from a cancer, and they got proof that they got cured, yes, I'm going to try what they use. But just saying is not enough for me. That's not enough. It's no proof. And yes, you can pull the, you can't trust doctors and you got to be your own doctor and things like that. It's a lot of herbs out here, especially in other countries, that us in the United States cannot handle. Our bodies is not made for some of this stuff. And my whole thing is, I'm not going to kill myself trying to cure myself. Okay, so my whole thing, don't be so quick to say it's a cure out here. And at the end of the day, I'm going to take time to make sure that it's true. Okay, that's fine. But my whole thing is, your brother cured. If he have it, you say your brother have it. You didn't say your brother was cured. Think about the words that you said. So anyways, going back to what is important. The thing about it is, a lot of people keep talking about that until you get a full cure and you can speak on it and you can tell everybody what you did, then honestly, nobody wants to hear it at this moment, because there's millions of people who have herpes, and not one person I know in all of these groups that I've been in, and it's thousands of us, not one of us has been cured from herpes. And I've been dealing with this for 8 years, and not one person have came to me and said they've been cured. I know many women who tried this thing and been scammed out their money. We work too hard for our dollars to be scammed out of our dollars. And this is very, very sensitive of us. So my whole thing is, when you talk about a cure, don't give people false hope. I truly do believe it's something out here, but until it's some proof to it, it's no point of giving people false hope. And you got to also remember, it's so many things that people cannot take. It's some people who are allergic to things. It's some things that people cannot have in their bodies because they have other health issues. So don't be so quick to say, oh, jump out here and take these herbs. You can kill somebody. Okay? And I'm not taking that risk. I'm not ever going to tell y'all something I have not tried for myself. And I'm never going to tell y'all to do something just because I do it. Because at the end of the day, I don't know your health status. I don't know anything about you to say, oh, girls, go take this herb or whatever like that. Because a lot of you guys reach out to me about the greens. It's some things in the greens you may not take. It's some people who told me it's some ingredients in it they can't take. It will literally cause them to swell and get sick. So my whole thing is, yes, God, I completely understand what you're saying. And but at the end of the day, we still got to keep people alive. I don't want to ever put anybody at risk for that. He said, I talked to my doctor, and it's crazy how many people actually have herpes. It's so many that don't know and spread it unknowingly. Absolutely correct. And that's the thing we have to understand. Herpes is spreading rapidly because nobody knows they have it. Nobody knows they have it. Oh, thank you, Nicole. So nobody knows they have it at all. So since people don't know they're having it, they don't know they're having outbreaks. So they're just having sex. And they're thinking, I'm good. I'm tested. I'm fine. I don't have anything. I don't see anything. I'm good. But as we know, you can still pass herpes when you don't see it at all. And that's called shedding. And that's when you don't see anything, no itching, burning, bumps, nothing, anything. You don't see anything and you're still passing on. With that shedding, it does not happen all the time. So that's the thing that's the risk you're taking. That's one of our scariest risks that we have, or the scariest thing that we fear, is that I can give it to my partner and I don't know that I'm giving it to my partner. But that's important for you to stress to your partner and say, look, I'm going to do everything in my might, but can you accept the small risk that I cannot control? And that's what I really want to start with today. A lot of us saying, do I date or do I not date? I say date, because at the end of the day, people are going to tell you no and reject you because of multiple things, okay? We all have rejected people for multiple things, but we got to completely understand, and you can't play the blame game in a relationship because they'll never know exactly when you're being faithful. Okay, I'm going to get on that faithful thing in a minute too. So with that being said, guys, you just got to completely understand. I'm going to turn the messages off so I can just talk to you guys. You can put your message, you put your questions, but I'm going to turn it off because I get distracted. So with that being said, date or no date? I say date because at the end of the day, people are going to reject you for anything. We have all rejected people for different things as well, but we got to understand that herpes do not control our life. It's not the end of the world. And that we can move forward. And as much as we all say everybody has it, it's still a lot of people who do not have it. And there's some people who don't even want to take the risk. And you have to completely respect that. It's not that they're saying, I don't want to be with you, because they were just chasing you down yesterday. They were just blowing your phone up. They were just sending you the morning texts and emoji faces, kissy faces, and smiley faces, and laying up at your house all day and taking you out on amazing dates. And y'all been traveling and all these other things. So don't think not once that this person do not like you. It's not that they don't like you. They're just scared of the risk that is coming with this. And you have to understand that. Stop thinking that the person is denying you. They're not denying you. They're just considering their health. Is it something wrong for anybody considering their health? No. You considering your health now because you're thinking, hey, okay, what am I going to do now when I step back out here? What questions I'm going to ask now? How am I going to go about, me and him getting tests, or he showing me test results, all of these other things. Now you're really considering your health because you thought you would consider your health as well, but you just did not know simple things. Simple with that, they do not include herpes in the STD testing for everybody. I'm not going to say that's everybody, but most doctors don't. And let me tell you why. I'm going to always tell y'all in this video, because at the end of the day, it all determines on your doctor's it depends on your area where you live, but also depends on your doctor's office patients. So your doctor, if it's a woman or it's a man, whatever, they look at the dynamic of people who go to their clinic. They look at the dynamic of their behavior, and also looking at sex partners, their history, and all that. They look at all of that, and then they get a synopsis of, okay, what should we test our people for in this clinic? And with that being said, that's when they test certain things in their clinic. So it'd be gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes, all that stuff. But that's because that's constantly showing up in their clinic. So they said, okay, quote, if this happening, that means they live in this area. That means they're probably having sex with each other. That means, okay, they probably going to get it. So let me go ahead and test them and things of that nature. Another thing we got to also understand is that we don't just see herpes on our test. So my whole thing is, a lot of us saying, oh, I think I got tested for herpes. I don't really know. My thing is, to us, we think we should see just herpes on, like snap down herpes type 1, type 2 on our test. Nope, that's not on test. I would love for a lot of you guys to go back on your test and look for HSV1, HSV2. HSV1, HSV2. So now you can see in all of your records, have you ever been tested? You could have been getting tested, but you did not know. Or you not been tested. Or you just did not know what was on your test result. A lot of us don't know how to read our labs. So my whole thing is, now we got to be a little bit more responsible when it comes to these labs and asking them, what the heck do that mean? Or simply Google it out and say, what is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? Because nowadays they are not going to call you and state to you like they used to, quote unquote. And a lot of y'all doctors still do, because you signed a waiver stating that you would like them to call you and tell you over the phone. And then you also have a waiver stating, I'm not going to call you at all, only if it's something happened. And then you also assign a waiver stating that you only get your stuff through your portal, your health portal. So my whole thing is, when you are going into the doctor's office and you're getting tested, please read those papers, because they're going to let you know how they're going to give you your test results. And a lot of us are thinking, oh, if I don't have none, they're going to call me. They're not going to call me. That may not be the case. You signed and didn't say anything. Because when I went to the doctor recently, I went to go get tested again because I was coming on my marriage. So I'm getting tested again. And I signed all the papers, whatever, because last time I was pregnant. Okay, so with that being said, so this time I was like thinking like y'all was thinking. I'm like, they gonna give me a call if something's going on. They don't have a portal at their place, so I was like assuming that they're gonna call me. Okay. Crazy part, they had been calling me, but I did not receive the phone calls. And I had supposed to went back to the doctor the week before, and I did not go back because I had some other things going on. So I ended up calling me and said, Miss Spivey, I need you to come in. And basically they were just telling me that I had bacterial vaginosis. And then I found out I had type 2 too. Right. I thought I just had, type 1, I'm sorry. I have type 2, but I found out I have type 1 too. Where did that come from? My husband. Okay. He didn't know he had it. So with that being said, guys, you just got to completely understand, I did not understand, like, oh, they're going to ask you to come back up as a follow-up in my place. I was thinking they were just going to call, but, every doctor's office is different. I hadn't been to my doctor's office since I had my son, all those things like that. I'm married, so I'm thinking, like, well, what's the point of getting me tested? But I said, I'm coming out of this, so let me go get tested and find out what's going on. Plus, I thought some things were going on, so I was like, let me go see what's going on. And that's exactly what came up. And they kind of came in there and said, Miss Spivey, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And I kind of told me what was going on. So my whole thing is, you need to know the dynamics of your doctor's office and how they function. And also go back into your test results. You can ask for them. You can call them and say, hey, I want to get my test results. You can walk in and ask them for your test results. You can ask them for your portal and look through your portal to see and look for HSV1 and HSV2. So that's very important to look for. Kind of side note, but I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that, because a lot of people saying, I don't know if I got tested. Well, you probably didn't, because you didn't know what HSV1 and HSV2 was. You had no clue what it was. All you seen was negative. You like, woohoo, I don't really care, I don't have it, type thing. But it's very important to look to see, because then that'll help you a little bit to kind of see, okay, where did this come from? Because a lot of you guys are asking yourself, when did I find out? How do I know? Who was it? Blah, blah, blah. If you have been getting tested, or you can look at your portal and kind of know, then you may can track a little bit better of kind of an idea of where it may come from. Another thing is no way to determine who gave you what, especially if you have not been getting tested. Now, if you've been getting tested, yeah. If not, no. But y'all gotta also understand, they say 2 to 20 days or 2 to more days herpes can show up. Sometimes it show up later for other people. Like for me, I had sex with a guy. He told me the week after I got tested, it said nothing. Months down the line, something showed up. So my whole thing, I didn't go get tested after that, because I was like, it's negative. So it could have showed up the week after, or 2 weeks after, or 3 weeks after. To me, it showed up 6 months after, because that's when I ended up going and get tested again, because I had an outbreak. But at the end of the day, it could have showed up later, but I did not know, because I didn't think I was having an outbreak, but I always got bacterial vaginosis. So I'm thinking that's what it was. And it could have been outbreaks the whole time, or it could have been like little flare-ups. Or I may not be having nothing at all until later on that month, those 6 months later. So you just never know exactly when it pinpoints. So a lot of people like, how did you know the next morning, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's when I had my initial outbreak. So I'm assuming that it was that guy, but that was not, I don't think that was completely true, because it wouldn't show up in less than 24 hours. There's no way possible to say 2 days. But at the end of the day, we got to also understand that some people's body are different than other people's body that shows up, but based off quote unquote research, is 2 days and more, which most STDs is 2 days and more that it could show up. So, or you already had it and you did not know it. or you having sex could have flared it. Okay. So with that being said, dating or no dating, I kind of just keep going back and forth. But I just want to say those things because those are very, very important for this. So you got to understand a person typically is just concerned about their health, guys. It's not that they don't like you, not saying they don't want to marry you, not saying they don't want to have kids, not saying they don't want to have sex with you. It's just they're just scared about their own health. So my whole thing is not saying, oh, they don't want me, they don't want to be with me, all this stuff. You just got to understand they considering their health and they probably don't know what this is and they're scared just like me. At the end of the day, look how you feel about yourself and look how you feel. You know, some people don't want to endure some of the pain that we're going through. And honestly, we understand that completely. They don't want to take the risk, or they thinking like, most important, y'all got to think, most relationships don't last. So they're thinking like, okay, I date you, everything's great, and we end up breaking up and I end up getting this from you, and now I got to deal with this. I got to deal with this after you're gone. You're not with me anymore. You're not supporting me through it. You know, I'm not comfortable or anything like that. So you got to also think about everything they're thinking and listen to what people are saying when they say, you know, they can't handle it. It's not just you. They're looking at the long term. Most of us look at long term in relationships, and no lie, relationships are just not lasting like they used to. So people are really just thinking like, man, if I get this, like, I got to deal with this without her or without him or without them. You know, it's some people who are dating multiple people at a time. Fine, that's what you down for. But at the end of the day, that's just something they take into consideration, not just because of that or their health or, oh my God, I can get it. But most importantly, thinking like, if I'm not in a relationship anymore and now I got to deal with this, how am I going to deal with this? And do I even want to deal with that of trying to disclose and all these other things, explain my story, stuff like that. Yeah, it hurts, but at the end of the day, that's what they're thinking of. They're thinking about overall risk that they're taking, and you have to respect it. But that shouldn't keep you from going back out here and dating people. My whole thing, dating is just not one person. Get out here and talk to multiple people. I look at it like this. It's an easy way to keep moving forward. It's a hard way, but it's an easier way. At the end of the day, typically what we do is we date somebody, we like them, and we settle with that person really quickly. Honestly, this makes you keep moving forward and finding out more and more of what you like, more and more of, you know, it's great people out here, you know, things like that. It just makes you get out here and date. We don't really date, guys. We just find one person we like in a club or find out one person and we just shut the whole world down. No, this make you get out here, see what you like, get to know people, get your confidence back up, all of these other things. As much as this may sound like, police, I don't want to do any of this, I'm so scared. But at the end of the day, guys, most of you guys were struggling with dating before you got herpes. I talked to so many people who barely date now. Most of you guys don't even date. That's why it's making it harder for you to date, because most of y'all don't date. Y'all don't talk, no, like guys will try to talk to you. You don't want to talk to him. And that's before you even had an STD. You hadn't been in a relationship for 2-3 years, or you was in a relationship, he was cheating, or you was in a relationship, he treated you like crap, so you was already against dudes and you kind of shut your world down. So my whole thing, if you shut your world down before herpes, oh, for a fact you're going to try to shut your world down over here because you're thinking, oh my God, it's making it worse. No, you was having a hard time before. And the hard time is because it wasn't just the guys. It's because you wasn't going out and dating more. You got to get out. A man or a woman is just not going to walk to your doorstep and all those things. You're just not going to meet them going to Kroger's or going to the gas station all the time. Yes, it's possible, but you got to be out here like speaking to people. And when people ask for your number, you give it, and you know, you're approachable and all these other things. As we know now, social media and online dating is a hot thing, and a lot of people may be against it, but it works. It works. It works. It's absolutely work. My whole thing, you get to know people. You got more options. Yeah, people catfishing and all this other crap. I ain't telling you go to meet nobody right away, but it'll let you start building that confidence to get to know people, seeing what you like, you know, things like that. I have heard amazing success stories on people meeting people and marrying them. I met my first boyfriend on a chat room. It's kind of crazy. And we were together for a couple of years, and he was my first boyfriend, like 16. So with that being said, guys, don't be so quick to kind of like turn your nose up to all that stuff like that. I even met some people who met people on Tinder. Yes, it's not as much as we know Tinder is like people be hooking up and having sex, but honestly, if you have your good intentions of what you're looking for, my whole thing is let your intentions be known and don't be engaging in this crap that you don't want to do, and get out here. My whole thing, as y'all know, and y'all will be surprised, and I learned this from a group that I'm in, most men are doing online dating because at the end of the day, Easy way to meet a woman to see if you like her or not, or just ditch her. A lot of guys are not approaching women anymore. It's kind of weird, but they're just not. If they do, half the time you don't even like them, because most really good guys, quote unquote, don't have to kind of do that anymore. Women are kind of flocking to guys with ease now, or they got online accounts and stuff like that, and that's how they're meeting women. So my whole thing is like, I really want y'all to try different things and do online dating and go out to different places to mingle. Go out by yourself. Like, dating is just not dating people. Dating is dating yourself. I went dating. I dated myself the other day. I took myself to see Girls Trip by myself. I went to the club by myself. I paid for myself to get in the club. I paid for myself to get some drinks, and I paid for myself to get some food. My whole thing is, a lot of you guys don't even date yourself. So let alone somebody dating you. It's hard because you don't even date yourself. Get out and treat yourself good. So when a person come along, you kind of know what you want, know what you like, know where you want to go. All these other things. A lot of you guys are just not doing anything, and then you're wondering like, oh my god, herpes is just causing my whole problems. No, herpes is not causing your problems. A lot of your problems because you don't want to do anything. You want to sit at home and do nothing. You got to get out of your bubble. Yes, it hurts. Yes, the outbreaks can be very painful sometimes, but the most painful thing is the fact that you're sitting in a bubble thinking your life is over. Your life is not over. It's not over at all, but you believe that. Nobody ever told you that. I don't care what people who don't have herpes say. They're not on the side of the fence. Stop listening to people who don't know what we're going through. My whole thing, don't even listen to people who quote unquote say my mama, my brother, they got it. Who cares? They ain't got it, so they can't speak on their behalf. My whole thing, talk to somebody who have it and has a success story, or somebody who understands your struggle. It's like talking to somebody, like being in a relationship and talking to your single friend. Yes, there's nothing wrong with talking to your homegirl, but she ain't had no man in 3-4 years. Okay? Why you haven't had a man in 3-4 years? What are you going to tell me about longevity? Just trying to say, so with that being said, guys, you got to talk to people who understand what you're going through. And a lot of us are not talking to people who understand what we're going through. Half of us are just scared to talk to people, period, because, oh my God, they're going to judge me. First of all, let me tell you something. I prefer somebody to say something to my face than say it behind my back. Because at the end of the day, it hurts more when you find out somebody talked about you than somebody point blank in your face said, girl, I don't know. Type thing. At least you can ask them questions on why they feel the way they feel, or why you feel, or why they're being quote unquote judgmental. Sometimes people are not being judgmental. People are just judgmental about the situation they have heard. A lot of people don't like the word herpes, or can't care for, they hate herpes, or think herpes is horrible. It's because of the situation they heard about herpes. As we all know, the whole thing with Usher, a lot of people are very upset because of the way it went down. Okay, the way that we heard our friends or family or whatever got it, the way it went down, that folks cheating on people and people not disclosing and all this stuff. People hate that. So my whole thing is like, oh, herpes, that's messed up, type thing. So we make it as like a messed up situation type thing. So I want y'all to quickly understand, you have to get out. I want y'all to start dating yourself. Before you start dating anybody else, date you. I want you to take yourself out on a date this weekend. I want you to get really cute, because I was so cute. So get really cute and take yourself somewhere that you will want to go with, or someone. And continue to do that, and you'll be so surprised that you're going to meet people while you're out, because you're enjoying yourself and you're not expecting or wanting somebody to always do that for you. You got to start doing it yourself and having a good time dating you and getting to know you. But you're sitting in the house all day like this. Girl, if you don't get your goddamn behind up, put on some clothes, and live. Because at the end of the day, herpes don't keep you from living. I'm not telling you not to grieve. I'm not telling you not to have your moments. But you can't stay there. My whole thing is, right now, what you're feeling, do you want to stay here for the next 3-4 years? I know people, I have women that I have talked to who have found out they had herpes at a very young age and still dealing with it 20-30 years down the line. I'm talking about miserable. Not dating, haven't dated in 10 plus years. Haven't did anything because of herpes. I rebuke it by the name of Jesus. That's not happening to anybody who on this line today, or anybody who watched this video. That is not going to happen on my account. I want you to understand you got to get back out here. And everybody keep asking me, Belise, how do you do it? You're so confident. I have not always been this way. I just got to a point where I said, I don't care. You gonna like me and you not. You thought I was a bad chick in the beginning anyway. That mean another dude out here gonna think I'm a bad chick and he gonna accept it if he not. My thing is, we so worried about what people think. You don't care for yourself. My whole thing, you got to start loving you. That's what I'm saying. Date yourself. If you can't date yourself, why are you expecting this man to date you or this female to date you? Date you first, and then you're so confident in yourself. You feel good about yourself. You feel okay to go out by yourself and not depending on somebody to go with you. So then when that person comes along, he's like, with you or without you, I'm good. But a lot of y'all believe without somebody, y'all ain't good. That's a self-esteem problem. That's lack of confidence problem. So my whole thing is work on that, because a lot of us, most of us, did not have it before herpes. And that's what hits home, so it hurts so bad because we were struggling in these areas before, and it seems like the situations got worse. And they really did it. They just the same. We just think this herpes thing is just going to make it 10 times worse. Honestly, it's not making it 10 times worse. You're just going to have to work a little bit harder. And honestly, as women, we can be so lazy. We can be lazy. We can be very lazy. We expect men to do everything. And I'm not a woman to say chase after a dude. No. But at the end of the day, you got to be approachable. You have to be putting yourself out here. You got to wave a little bit. You got to smile about a little bit. You got to bat your eyes a little bit. You got to do something. You can't just be standing there. Because half the dudes who approach you sometimes, you don't want to talk to them no way. They ain't even the ones you want to talk to. It's the one across the room who keeps staring at you all night. He's scared to talk to you. Because he think you a boss chick. He think, oh, she got her stuff together. I can't come to her anyway. No, you got to, hey, let him know, like, you can come over and talk to me. Some guys are kind of like, I think she's out my league. Some dudes think that. I'm not even gonna lie. So my whole thing is you gotta open up and get out here. As I know I'm talking to the women, guys, but at the end of the day, same for the guys. I talk to guys all the time who are kind of scared about it too. But guys, y'all gotta same way. You gotta get back out here. And yeah, your girl may like no, but I'm not gonna lie. If you beef up front, and I'm gonna speak on the guys' behalf, guys, if y'all are up front with females, then we have the ability to kind of, if we really, 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 really like you, we're willing to accept things. Women are very, very accepting. We're very, very open to accept things more than men on the other foot sometimes. So my whole thing is, and I'm not saying that for everybody, I don't had men get turned down, things like that as well, but at the end of the day, be up front faster, because at the end of the day is, for us as women, we're always looking for that ideal man. And if you're everything perfect and then you tell us that, it just kind of like blows us to a certain extent. It's like, oh my God, he's so perfect, I don't know, and we think it's the end of the world. We can't ever find anybody. And sometimes we settle, and this may sound crazy, we settle, but we're still scared to be with you. And that shouldn't be the case. I want none of y'all to go through this. If a person is scared, like if they say, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I don't know if I can do this, oh my God, give me a minute, like disappear off of them for a minute. Because at the end of those are the type of people who will hurt your feelings, because they love you, but they're scared they're going to get it. And honestly, soon as it may happen or they have a scare, they are going to turn up on you. And I'm being absolutely real with you. Like, those people are the most scariest people to deal with. And I'm not saying this is always the case, but I'm telling you, majority of the time, those are the type of people you need to tell them, you're going to accept it or you not. Because I can't do this in between with you, because you're going to cause me a mental breakdown. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You worried about them so much because you're trying to convince them that you're doing everything. You're trying to convince them that you're okay. You're trying to convince them they're not going to want to touch you sometimes. They ain't going to want to have sex with you. They ain't going to want to kiss you. They ain't going to want to do nothing. And y'all relationship is going to go downhill because your relationship completely, the dynamic of your relationship completely changed. And now you're feeling less than because of they're not doing those things because they're scared. So my whole thing is very, 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 very important to have a serious conversation with your mate if they're in that scared mode. And ask them, is this something you can do? And honestly, ask them. And half the time they don't want to tell you they can't because they do care about you. But if they can't do it, it's better to say they can't do it early than to pull the relationship on and on and on and on and on and find out down the line that this person was never comfortable with you in the beginning. Never. Ever. Yeah, they may have had sex, but they looking at their stuff all day long, scared, like, oh my God, I hope it don't happen. Oh my God, I hope it don't. You don't want to be with somebody who's in fear of you. You want to be with somebody who truly cares about you and say, you know what, you're worth the risk and we're going to do everything to protect ourselves. And if it happened, oh well, life goes on. But at the end of the day, I want you. And if that person's not at that point, don't take the risk. It hurts you more. I promise you, it hurts you more than you think. It hurts. It absolutely hurts. And I don't want y'all to go through that. I've talked to too many women and men who've been through that, and that thing hurt, and it gets you to a point where you don't want to date anymore. So then you get to that not date. And my whole thing, a lot of you have tried a dating thing, and rejection is beating the brakes off y'all. Rejection ain't never going to go nowhere, baby. So my whole thing, you're going to let a couple of people, which y'all talking about, I don't did it for a long time. If you ain't talked to over 20, 30, 40 people, you ain't did no rejection yet. Keep going. Most of us don't even talk to that many people in a year, let alone talking about, oh, 2 or 3 people rejected me. I'm over it. And now you've been, single for 3 years because of 2 people. Now give me 10. Okay, that's some hard hits. But most of the time, y'all ain't even going through enough people to talk about some rejection. Come on. It's some dudes out here who talk to 30, 40, 50 girls and get rejected. Women, we don't know nothing about no rejection because men deal with this on a day-to-day basis. So we can't take rejection because we're not used to it. We're not used to hearing a no. We're not used to hearing a no from a man. We're not used to hearing a no from We're not used to hearing a no, I don't want to be with you because of such and such. Typically a dude will be with you and kind of do what he want to do sometimes. Not everybody, but okay. But he's still like, you know what, I do like her, but kind of don't respect her sometimes. I do stuff. But at the end of the day, that's not everybody. I'm not saying that. But we're not used to hearing a no for I don't want to be with you. It's always, oh girl, you fine. I want to be with you. You can be my boo 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 boo. We just not used to no's. Get used to it at this given moment. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's building you up to realize it's nothing wrong with hearing a no. You're just closer to a yes and keep going and keep going and keep going and going. If you want something bad enough, you keep hearing them no's until you get your yes. But you giving up on yourself is you giving up on yourself, not giving up on dating. It has nothing to do with dating. It has to do with you because you don't want to have the endurance to push through. Keep pushing. It's somebody out here. Y'all are stop staying in a box. Okay, look, let me talk to my African American sisters, okay? If you don't date outside your race, date somebody else. It's too many other men who want to date something, date these. Okay? Even Caucasian women, Asian women, Latino women, Puerto Rican women. Sometimes you need to date outside your race because you get sick of your own. Sometimes it's too many men in this world who will want to date you. And you're just looking at what you see in front of you or what you're used to. My whole thing, get out here and try something new. But you like, it ain't no good men. What, you only tried one race? It's no good men within what you're trying, okay, to you. And you ain't tried everybody. So 2 or 3 is not trying. 2 and 3 is not trying. Okay, ladies, 2 or 3 is not trying. You need to do more than that. I need 10s and ups, okay? You need more numbers than 2s or 3s. Because, we get a little rejection and we like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. It's too much. Oh my God, there's nobody good out here. You had one bad relationship. Oh my God. Oh, all men are bad. Girl, it was one bad relationship, okay? You were just with him for a long time and you invested a lot. It's really bad when you invest a lot in in a relationship, and it doesn't pan out. Yeah, time really beats our behind, but at the end of the day, go out and go do it again. So dating or not, date. Date. The times I only would say, Hayden? Hayden! Get out, baby! Oh my God. Okay. Okay, my kid's getting out the tub. But at the end of the day, guys, the only time I say not date is when you're in a relationship with somebody. They accept you. They quote unquote accept you and start treating you like crap. Leave. That's a not time that you do not date. A lot of you ladies are in relationships. Dry yourselves off, okay? A lot of y'all are in relationships. Close the door. Close the door. A lot of you guys are in relationship with the person who gave it to you and he treats you like crap. He's still blaming you. He's being mean to you. He's treating you like blah. Okay? Just play like dirt on the bottom of muddy. No. Muddy boo-boo on the bottom of a shoe. You don't deserve that. If you're going to be with the person who gave it to you, let him treat you correctly. Let him stop blaming you for stuff. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. Yes, it's very difficult to maintain a relationship after this because y'all think somebody cheated. And that's what a young lady was talking about earlier about the faithfulness. It's not that a person cheats all the time. It's just simply because the people didn't get tested. Okay? Simple as that. It's not always the cheating part. Now, if your partner was cheating before here, then yes, he probably did get it from somewhere else. Okay, but at the end of the day, don't always say that because you could have been the one who had it and you did not know you had it and you passed it on. Stop. That's the last time I'm gonna say it. So you could have been that person. So my whole thing, don't point the fingers, because pointing the fingers is going to get both of y'all feelings hurt because nobody knows the truth. No way possible. Even if you're in a relationship and you find out, but your partner don't have it, it makes it very, very difficult. It's fine. It makes it very, very difficult to say who. Turn it off, then. It makes it very difficult to determine who did what. And my whole thing is, stop. Turn it off. To not do the blame game, guy. I'm sorry. Just do not do the blame game. It will not. No. Put his clothes on for me. It's fine. Put his clothes on for me, and you put your clothes on. So it's very important to know not to do the blame game, guys. And if y'all going to continue to do the blame game, this ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Not date. Not date if he going to continue to do the blame. If you're going to continue to do it. Get down, boo-boo. If you're going to continue to do the blame game. And now if you meet a guy and he's like, oh yeah, I don't care. I want to be with you. And then he started treating you like crap. He started hitting you. He started cheating on you. Don't date. Don't date that. Not date. Not date. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't respect you. It ain't even about the herpes. He just know, oh, she got low self-esteem. She's just happy to be with somebody. Don't be a pity party for people. Don't think just because I had these things, you gotta be with me. And no, you don't want somebody just with you just because they can try to get over on you. And that they see the pity in your eyes and the desperation. You don't want that. You want somebody who respects you and honor you and knows that you deserve the best. And if you ain't gonna give me that, I don't want to be with you. And a lot of us are accepting that. We have all done it. I've done it. I've done it. And I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. It's BS. Your shirt's on backwards. It's BS. None of us deserve that. And I don't want that for anybody. So with that being said, if you're being treated badly by the person who gave it to you or in the relationship you're in now, leave. Because it's not going to help your self-esteem, and it's not going to help the fact that you have herpes. It's not going to help you. It's going to damage you more because you're going to think, all my relationships are going to be like this, and this is, I guess, is what I deserve. You do not deserve that at all. No, over there. You don't deserve that at all, and don't think just because I have herpes, that's what I deserve. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Stop, baby. Absolutely not. Hey, and put his shirt on for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so I really want y'all to go out here and start dating yourself. Get back out here. If you're not at that point to date, that's fine. I'm not talking to the people who are not completely ready. I'm not talking to the people who don't know your outbreaks. I'm not talking to the people who just found out quite yet. I'm not talking to the people who are kind of just... I still need to learn more. I'm talking to people who have done their research. They know their outbreaks. They know their body. They know some things about themselves. They're building their confidence up and things like that. I'm talking to you. It's time for you. You can get on out here. But if you're still in that suicidal state, if you're still in that crying all day long, depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, no dating for you. You're not going to help anybody in a relationship. You're not mentally ready for a relationship. You need to heal more from this. You need to deal with it, okay? A little bit more, and you need to talk to somebody about it. And like y'all know, go put your clothes on, sweetie. I'm available, and my nose is itching so bad. I got allergies out. I'm sorry. These allergies are whipping my butt. But if y'all need to talk, let me know. Y'all can set up a session up with me, 45 minutes for $35 at bit/I have it. All capital letters. If you're a college student, it's only $15 for 30 minutes. And you must have a student a student email for that. And we can talk, guys. Because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys need to talk. And if you want to be a part of my Facebook private group, nobody will know you were in it. Nobody will see it on your Facebook timeline but you. Things like that. If you want to be a part of that, send me a personal message on my Facebook. and send me a friend request to my personal page. That's Believe Samuel, not my business page, but my personal page, and I will add you to the group. It's so many women in that group, how the support you need, and things of that nature. But and most importantly, guys, I just want you to know that you're not alone. So many women in this group who are dating, disclosing, and they're in amazing relationships. They take a picture with their boo things, going on trips, men buying stuff, girl. These girls living it up, okay? But they were just like you, making the decision: do I date or not date? Do I date or not date? And they went between back and forth, back and forth. But I want you to choose the date, because at the end of the day, you deserve it. You deserve to find that person you can truly have true love with. Herpes won't keep you for that. You will. So with that being said, I love you guys, and I'm going to open up the floor so I can see y'all messages. Okay. Okay. Woo, y'all been getting me. Okay. Condoms do work. Condoms do work. They're not 100%. They don't 100% keep you from getting herpes, but condoms do work. They reduce the chance, but you got to understand, herpes is skin-to-skin contact, and typically herpes is not in the vagina. You know, it's in the pubic hairs, it's on the lips, on the bottom of your vagina, or on the anal. And guys, it can be on anywhere on their penis, or on the in the pubic hairs, or even closer to their balls. So there's so many things that we got to understand. Yes, use condoms. It's never a moment. Use condoms. But it does not completely keep you from getting herpes. How do you handle this if you get pregnant? If you get pregnant, all you do is talk to your doctor about it. The only thing you do is talk to your doctor about it. They're going to test you regardless in the beginning and the end. Tell your doctor right off that you have it. What they're going to tell you is no big deal. When you get to your 36 weeks, they're going to tell you to ask you to take Valtrex. You do not have to take it, but they're going to ask you to take Valtrex to reduce your chance of having an outbreak. And then if you have an outbreak during your labor, they're going to make you get a C-section. If you do not have an outbreak during your labor, you have a regular labor. If you are still scared, you don't have to worry about it at all. You can still get a C-section, and your child's not going to get herpes at all. You said I'm taking application. I ain't taking no application for nobody in this moment. How do apple cider vinegar and tea tree help with prevention and treatment? I don't know about that apple cider vinegar part. I know apple cider vinegar truly helps with your immune system. Tea tree oil helps dry out the outbreak, and also helps speed up the healing for your outbreak. Found out I had it before I got married, and my husband's still married. Absolutely. Same way, Dion. Happened to me too. Thank God for your husband. Yes, he was okay then. Not too much okay now. Yes, I do daily. He loves in spite. Absolutely. And that's what I want y'all to say. So look at Dion. Dion went through it and things like that, and you're not the only one. You can get through this. Okay, I met someone online, and we were together like for a year and a half. You let one relationship. I'm about to tell you something real quick. What can you do with somebody in jail? What can you do with somebody in jail? And I'm not judging you, okay? But at this given moment, he can't do nothing for you in jail. He can't provide for you. He can't emotionally be there for you. He can't touch you. He can't do nothing. At the end of the day, he can feel like he want to feel at this given moment. But what can he do for you in jail? Nothing. And my whole thing is, the only way he feel like you hid it from him is if you've been with him for a year and a half and you did not tell him, you did hide it. You did. Okay? If you waited that long and then I tell him, how would you have felt if he had been with you for a year and a half and didn't tell you he had a baby or something, or he wasn't in a relationship, he was married? How would you felt about that? My whole thing is, you can't get mad at somebody or shut yourself out when you made a decision not to disclose something that was very important. You had opportunities, which you were probably scared, but you had opportunity to disclose this information. You probably did not know how to disclose the information, but at the end of the day, you still kept to continue on not to tell this. You cannot get in a relationship, period, and not tell this. Do not even get in a relationship. Don't say we're official without even telling this. This is what y'all problem is. A lot of people are getting in relationships and not disclosing. You cannot say I'm in a relationship with somebody and not disclose. You have set your relationship for failure. Yes, you can get past it, but he will not trust you. She will not trust you. And it will take them so much to trust you. And they're going to be pissed because the majority of the time you do stuff. Okay, I understand you did not know, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, you got to respect how he felt. You got to respect that. Because if that happened to you, you will feel the same way. You'll feel the same way. You will still feel the same way. Okay? You got to understand how he feels about that. He felt like you hid something from him. And if you waited that long to be in a relationship with him and not tell him, you got to respect it. Okay? It's just a lesson learned. Just don't do it again. You didn't know any better. You didn't know what to do. And that's what a lot of us doing. I did it too. Okay, boo? I don't been in a relationship and not saying nothing. So when my whole thing is, I'm not telling y'all from old beliefs didn't do it. I'm only telling you, and I'm being honest with you, because I did it. Okay? It's not healthy. You cannot be in a healthy relationship and not disclose. People will be pissed. Pissed. So my whole thing is, ladies, if you're still struggling with disclosing, set up an appointment. We can do that as well. I do 30 minutes appointments for just $25. And I will help you word it out. And I'll find out your situation. And we can really talk about it. Because a lot of you guys just don't know what to say. What's a fair amount of time, an effort before disclosing? This is one question that I love that you guys ask, because honestly it's no set answer. My whole thing is, your way of moving or feeling about a person is different from the way I move and how I feel about a person. My whole thing is, I would tell people no more than a month. Because if you're talking to somebody every day on the phone and you're texting somebody every day and y'all going on dates and all this stuff, y'all are building feelings for each other. Y'all getting to know each other. Y'all feeling each other and all this stuff like that. And I feel like as soon as y'all say, you know what, I really like you, which would happen in a month, or less than a month, you need to open your mouth and say, look, I want to share something with you that happened in my past. You know? That happened to me in my past. And you share that information. But don't wait until, I'm talking about y'all boo caking hard. He may letting you meet his mama and his kids. He talking about, oh, I can be with you. You my girl. And you looking like, and he like, oh, we together. And you ain't told this person nothing. He gonna be pissed and he gonna run. Because he mad at you. He like, you had all the opportunity to tell me and you did not tell me. For my ex, I told him, and now as I move forward, I always tell like within less than like 2-3 weeks. I tell early. Even before, with my husband, I told him early. We was on the phone every day. We talked every day. We seen each other all the time. I told him right away, and we was talking on the phone that I came out because we was talking about STDs and getting tested. And that's before we even had sex or even kissed each other. And I told him. So my whole thing is, when you know it's getting hot and heavy, you know the feelings getting there. And I'm not talking about you in love with him, but you really starting to like him and you feeling him and he feeling you. Go ahead and share it. Oh, absolutely. I can give you that. So go ahead and share it. My whole thing, no more than a month, ladies and guys. No more than a month. You are not going to sit on the phone and text me, Facebook me, FaceTime me, see me, meet everybody, and you ain't told me this information. You need to let a person choose early. Don't let them get their feelings intact. That's the thing. We thinking if they really like me and they get to know me, they gonna accept it. No, they're gonna be pissed at you because they invested all that in you and they got all these feelings about you, and you told them something that can really affect them long term and also affect them mentally and physically, all these other things later. My whole thing is respect other people's health. So my whole thing, respect to tell them early so they can make a decision and move forward. Y'all can learn everything y'all need to learn, have the conversation y'all need to have, and move forward. How do you feel about online dating with people only that have it? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But one thing I would tell you, don't date. Don't choose to do that just because you don't want to disclose. If that's the reason why you're doing it, that's not good enough. It's because you're trying to cop out not disclosing. At the end of the day, I don't think you should completely do it just because of that. Now, if you want to just say, you know what, I want to get to dating, I want to date, I want to, I don't mind if the guy has it. I don't mind if the guy don't. I may feel a little bit more comfortable to do have it, but don't that be the only reason I'm doing it, because I don't want to disclose. I'm scared to disclose. I'm scared I'm going to get rejected. That's not a good enough reason. You are copping out, and you could probably miss out on something even better because you're too scared to tell somebody. I think everybody needs to disclose at least once or twice. At the end of the day, you got to get that fear out of the way and get it over with. You got to get that out of the way. You need to know that at the end of the day, you can do it. and it don't kill you. It hurt, but it won't kill you, okay? But there's nothing wrong with that. I don't have no problem with that. I know people who have done it, and they're in great relationships. And then I also have seen people do it, and it wasn't good because both of them, neither one of them was healed. Neither one of them even understand completely what herpes was. And then they scared, thinking, oh my God, you got type 1, you may give me type 2. And oh my God, you got type 2, you may give me type... Girl, sometimes that is not a good idea. Because now you're dealing with somebody with the other type. Oh my God, would it make my outbreaks worse? My whole thing is, it's not always a good idea sometimes. Because now y'all both freaking out. Y'all putting both each other stress. Because they understand the stress. And now you adding the stress. So be careful, okay? So I'm just saying, I have heard it. I have heard it so badly where somebody got type 2 and the person with type 1 talking about, oh, I'm scared. You gonna give me type 2. Boo, you got herpes too. Who are you? You have herpes too. And let me tell y'all, people who got type 1 oral, stop acting like you ain't got herpes. You got herpes just like everybody else. And you are and honestly, not you, but that type 1 is the reason why most people have genital. So don't think twice of, oh, I'm a little bit better. Mine's a little bit better than that. No, at the end of the day, you can still pass it like everybody else. So stop thinking you're a little bit off the charts, because no, you're not. At the end of the day, you still got to disclose just like everybody else, because you can still put somebody at risk like everybody else. So stop thinking that, okay? I have seen people do that. Oh, my partner has this, and he treats me differently. How are you going to treat me different when you got the same thing I got? How? No way. No way. Girl, anytime. I'm just saying. Y'all know me. I keep it real. Anybody got any more questions or concerns? Thank you for being your truth and giving the truth to us as well, sister. Absolutely. Also, that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all have to talk to people. Stop sitting and not talking to anybody. A lot of you guys have been watching me since last year. That video, I have herpes video, and what I have learned is a year old. And half of y'all been watching me since then and still haven't talked to me. Why? I'm human. I'm still here. I have not changed. Please reach out to me. Don't be scared. I'm not going to bite. If anybody have talked to me personally, throw your hand up, okay? And let them show them. I mean, even the people who watch this recording, I need you to say me, or throw up a little happy face or something like that if you talk to me. Because even if that's saying you have herpes or just saying you had asked a question. Because at the end of the day, everybody will know if you have talked to me, I am the same person. And I'm a little bit more silly when we on the phone and I keep it real. Because it's like you talking to your homegirl. I'm just keeping it honest with you guys. I don't want to be all that, I am a doctor and I'm a life coach and you... Whatever. We're going to keep it real. I want to be relatable, and I want y'all to understand that I'm just like you. I have feelings like you do. I've been through the struggle. I've been through the pain. I've been there. I may have an outbreak once or twice a year, no more. That's good. That's absolutely good. Like, I don't have any like that either. Probably once or twice, same. But I don't mean pay them no attention. I ignore mine. I'm like, life goes on. I got stuff to do. These kids got to be fed. So I don't even be thinking about it sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. It aggravates me when I think about it. But if I don't think about it, it don't bother me. So once again, we had somebody ask, can I give the Facebook information out again? So women only. Okay, I don't have the men yet. Women only. You got to. Oh, that thing will drive you nuts. Women only. If you want to be a part of the private, guys, it is private group on Facebook. Nobody will know you're in it. If you don't feel comfortable using your personal, you can create another page. All you have to do is find Belize Samuel, my personal page, not the business page. Do not send anything to that business page, because then I still got to make y'all go over and send me a friend request, or I got to send you a friend request. Go over there, Send me a friend request. As soon as you send me a friend request, send me send me an inbox and say, I want to be added to the group. I may not be quick with it because y'all know me. If you email me, I try to get back to you guys. Sometimes I read y'all stuff. I think about it a little bit to make sure I'm saying the right things to you guys. I do have other things going on. So my whole thing is be patient with me when it comes to these emails and things like that. As many of y'all know, I try to get back to y'all as fast as possible. If I don't get mad. I'm coming. Best believe I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm coming. Okay, and I'm going to say something to you as well as adding you to the group. Or if you send me any messages on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, I'm going to get to you. Just know I'm going to get to you. So just be patient with me, but I'm going to get to you, okay? Oh, thank you, sweetie pie. Anytime. Anytime. I see folks already sending friend requests. I see y'all. So I love you guys. Anybody have any more questions or concerns? I want to thank everybody who came on tonight. I truly appreciate it. I want to continue to do these lives. I probably won't do response. I just hate to tell someone that it doesn't work. I swear I only want to tell someone I feel I can marry. Sweetie, I love you, bro. But who you know you gonna marry? You don't know who you gonna marry. I love you dearly, but you don't know that. How do you think you're gonna marry somebody without disclosing and them accepting you and you moving forward? You don't know that. You got to get, girl, I love you, but this is going to keep you from even finding a person who want to marry you. You fear the rejection. You fear somebody telling somebody. At the end of the day, you got no choice but to deal with rejection. And what if he tells somebody? It can happen. But that don't mean anything. Yes, we need to talk more because you just told me something, but I know it's more to that story right there. I knew it's more to that story. Yes, send me a if you want to do the 45 minutes with me, sign up at bit/I have it, all capital letters. It is a payment with that. Or send me a quick email if it's just one question. But I think, no, we need to talk. Freak that. Me and you need to talk. Because I know it's more to this. I know for a fact it's more to that. It's more to that. So make sure you set an appointment with me. Because I want to talk to you. Me and you on the phone, girl. Okay, me and you on the phone. And anybody else who have that same fear. Because at the end of the day, guys, you tell her, Dion, it's not. Dion is married. Dion is married. Dion is married. She told her husband he accepted it. But I'm sure Dion didn't just find her husband all willy-nilly. Dion, you got to share your story, boo. I swear I only want to tell someone I feel I can marry only. You know, the thing about it is you got to understand, marriage just don't pop out the sky. You got to date multiple people to find out who is worth marrying. Everybody you tell ain't going to be worth marrying. And I'm not telling you every person you should tell everybody. Okay? But I'm telling you, the way to find out if a person is worth telling them is to get to know them. But you can't get to know somebody if you're scared to not tell them. It's kind of catch-22. You got to get to know a person and see if he worth your time. And you can find that out in a month or so, talking to somebody, getting to know him. They may say something sideways like, he'll eat now. I can't. He ain't got nothing going for himself. I can't do it. But you got to talk to them and get to know them. But if you're not talking to nobody, then that means you ain't getting to know nobody. That means you're not disclosing nobody. That means you're not dating nobody. And the chance you marry somebody is slim to none. Say hi. That's Angelo, y'all. That's the baby. He's 2. Oh, thank you, sweetie pie. She said, I'm awesome. Yes, make an appointment, guys. I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the youngest one. I did not have anything when I had him. I had him vaginal. And I didn't even take any medicine this time. I took one with my first one. I don't know if someone asked already, but do you think it's better to tell it by text or in person? This is a good question. I'm happy y'all asked this. It determines what you want to do. I would never tell y'all what's best because it may not be best for your situation. My whole thing is do what you feel like is best. I have text. I have phone called. I have FaceTimed it. So it was like we was face to face. So my whole thing is don't do what's best and take the opportunity when it's given to you. I have done it all, guys, and it has all worked for me. And I have been rejected by all of it too. Well, not the in person part. But the text messaging part or calling and stuff. I have been rejected. Stop. Give me. So I have been rejected with the texting and stuff, but it doesn't have anything to do with how you do it. It's about how that person accepts it. So I don't want y'all to think that, how y'all do it is that important. It's really not that important. It's really the fact if that person wants to accept it or not. The delivery sometimes y'all think is main important of face to face, phone. It's just the fact of get that information out before that person feel like you hid something from them. I'm about to tell you. Hold on 1 second. Can I don't know if I can write it. Oh my God, guys. I don't think I can